Well, Amanda, what a podcast.
What a podcast. I found an old New Weekly magazine from 1998 in which I'd done heaps featured and stuff. I talk us through the nostalgia from 1998, and you seem to have awful things to say about most of the people in that magazine.
Well, there's just a lot of people that have passed away.
Yes, you don't need to mention awful things about them.
On the upside, your dress sense has come a long way since back then.
Tell you what, I wore the most shapeless clothes and I look like a boy. Actually, I look like Big Kev, who used to sell cleaning products.
Do you have a body under that ginormous shirt?
Dare you talk to me like that? And that's the nicest stuff, he said.
The pub test. This is thanks to our newsreader, Natasha Lee. Convoluted chip flavours. Do they pass the pub test?
Emma Gillespie, our entertainment guru, talks about Baby Reindeer. This is the hit Netflix series. It's an incredible show, but there's also another story around it because it is a true story. And lots of people have done home sleuthing to find out who the people are. And the creators are going, don't do that. And they're going, well, how do we not? So we'll talk about all of that.
The Minister for Women, Jodie Harrison, will be talking as the government has announced they're going to spend $230 million on solving our DV crisis.
Well, not solving. It's initiatives towards it. And where exactly is that money going?
I would say let's start with our crazy lax bail laws. Let's work on that. Also, what's freedom mean to you?
Furniture.
And Tucker Carlson. He's coming to town for a freedom conference. The big question I want to know is what freedoms have been taken away from me lately? All I could think about is just one particular drink that I would like to get after a certain time of night when I'm at a pub. Can I bring that up at the conference?
Of course you can.
Enjoy the podcast.
Everybody online.
Right now, by the miracle of recording, we had so many requests for them to do it again.
Mistress Amanda.
Miss Keller.
Amanda. Doesn't work alone.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Her friend is in a back room making the tools of the trade.
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
The legendary pirate Jonesy and Amanda the actress.
Hello, Wiggles.
Congratulations, Mandy.
We're on the radio right now.
What is it you can't face?
Jonesy and Amanda, you're doing a great job.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there.
But you're an idiot.
Jodie and Amanda are here.
It's showtime, a-holes. We're on the air.
Well, hello there, Amanda. How are you today?
I'm well, and how are you going?
I have my first complaint about the new location.
Oh, what's happened?
Had to be funneled.
Backstory, we've moved from North Ryde to North Sydney.
Yeah.
Okay, over to you.
We've
What's your
come
problem?
up in the world.
What's your problem?
I love this place. I love this place. I love the building. I love looking over
You've
the
counted
harbour.
how many less traffic lights it is for you?
Between Cronulla and North Ryde, 76 traffic lights.
It used to be?
Yep. Now, 26 traffic lights.
Right, I see what
50
you mean.
traffic lights are gone.
Savant much?
It's 20 Ks less a day that I have to travel. And it's an easy trip. Took me, usually will take me about 27 minutes to get here, which is pretty good. But today...
Such specifics. 27 minutes, 58 traffic lights.
No, 26.
Oh, sorry, my mistake.
But today, the Eastern Distributor was closed. I think they were, topping up the speed camera fluid in the tunnels, and it was blocked. So I had to go along Southern Cross Drive, and then up through what's that road called?
Did you have to take, because this used to happen when I was driving from Coogee. I got through this morning. It must have opened just after you. So you had to take, was it Flinders Street down to Oxford Street, turn left, turn right then into College Street,
and then
veer your way around over Carl Expressway.
So first thing, a guy in an Audi almost kills me.
Well, he was probably not sure where he was going either.
That's all well and good, but when I don't have a leg and a spleen left, thanks, mate, just check your mirrors. So I gave him a gobful. And then I'm travelling down Oxford Street. When did that become 40 Ks?
I know. That's what I've been done. I got a speeding ticket then because I said the same thing. When did this become 40 Ks?
I'm travelling.
It's almost like driving backwards at that time of day.
And all those people that are wandering through Oxford Street, it's like going through The Last of Us. All these clickers just walking around on the street. I'm going, get off the road.
Get a job.
Get a job. It's Tuesday morning. Although Sean Fraser, our newsreader, pointed out every night's a Saturday night for them, walking around that. Anyway, that's my
Did it make
first
you feel
complaint.
virtuous? Because when I used to see people staggering around Oxford Street, I would think, well, I've been up, I've had a shower, I'm sober. I became everyone's grandmother.
Well, there's a place selling pizza, and I thought, that looks all right. I can eat pizza. at 10 past 4 in the morning.
Breakfast pizza.
Sounds all right. The
Breakfast pizza, normally that's on the road.
The coffee's hot and the pizza's brown. Anyway, that's my only complaint. What about you?
I don't have any complaints, though I am still trying to work out my trajectory around the building in terms of going to the loo, making a cup of tea, because we don't have long when the news is on or the songs are on.
Yep.
So I've just quickly got to rush to the loo or make a cup of tea. I haven't worked out ergonomically how to best do it.
You worked out where the toilets were.
I almost went in the electrical cupboard week one.
That could have been bad.
Yeah, and I'm struggling with the recycling bins. My brain just shuts down. When we first moved into the building, we were all given not an inoculation, what's the word? Orientation. And you had to sign off that you'd done it, and then you got a keep cup if you'd signed off. You haven't done that. You had to learn how to sit on a chair, and I wish I was joking.
Yeah.
And then there's 4 different recycling bins, and you've been told that the buildings will not sue you, what's the word? Fine you if you don't follow protocol. There's mixed recycling, just a bit of glass recycling, something else, landfill, and blah, blah. I look at them and my brain just stops.
Yeah.
Where do I put me junk? So that's what I'm trying to get used to.
In the junk bin.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get used to it. And the landfill bin is the only one that has a lid that's always closed, and that's the one you've got to drop a tea bag in, your hands are busy, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Or do tea bags go in organics?
Tea bags is organics.
But there's staples on them.
No, that's staples. Fine. It's tiny. It'll break down.
Like me.
Eventually. Will break down like you travelling down Oxford Street at 40 k's per hour. We've got an action-packed show today. Coming up on the show is Emma Gillespie. We're going to talk about baby reindeer. I've been watching that.
Well, if you haven't watched it, don't worry that you'll be left out of the conversation, because there's another bushfire that started up around it that's a very interesting conversation to be had about Netflix.
Also, the New South Wales Minister for Women, Jodie Harrison, is going to be joining us. This is to crow about the money that they're putting into domestic violence, the Albanese government.
I don't think it's fair to say crow. We've asked them to invest, and we want to hear what they're doing.
Yeah, but I want to talk. I would like to talk to Jodie about what are they doing about the bail law.
Well, sure, ask her that.
So are they putting any of this money into our fractured court system?
Ask her that.
Instagram makes its return, and we can't do anything until we do the Magnificent Seven.
Question 1. Mother's Day is fast approaching. What date does it fall on this year? What day and date?
Why don't you give us a call? Look at Jen Ray suddenly going, what?
What?
It's not. It is a Sunday.
Well, why don't you just give the answer away?
That's not the date. I haven't given the date away.
You call if you want to. Really.
Amanda's travelling down Oxford Street at 40.
I dream of doing that right now.
Jam Nation. We're into the Magnificent Seven. There are 7 questions. Can you go all the way and answer all 7 questions correctly? If you do that, Amanda will say.
You know, Alexander Graham Bell said, I'm working on inventing a telephone. And his brother Taco said, I'm also working on some pretty big stuff. Did I tell that correctly? I just read it on a meme.
Yeah, I like it.
It works better when you see it written.
Yeah, I know, but I get the sentiment. But it's about getting question 7 right. Stephen is in Pagewood.
Hello, Stephen.
Good morning, guys.
Now, Jonesy's done...
Sunday, the 12th of May.
It is, and Jonesy's done half that work for you. Yes, it is this Sunday. Everyone, stay alert. It's this Mother's Day this Sunday.
You can get your mum some good stuff.
Get yourself some good stuff. What a giveaway, Brendan.
You buy yourself some good stuff.
Question number 2. The Starry Night is a famous painting by which artist, Stephen?
Which artist? I don't know that one.
Sorry, Stephen.
Kathleen's in Campsie.
Hi, Kathleen.
Hello.
Hello. The Starry Night is a famous painting by which artist?
Vincent van Gogh.
That's it.
Yep. Let's play Riff Raff.
Yeah, any old riff raff backstage.
Oh, riff raff everywhere. Gotcha, I understand. Got to keep out the riff raff.
Okay, Catherine, what song has this riff?
Would you call this a riff? Kathleen?
What's that song?
It's Crowded House.
Sorry, Kathleen.
I don't know if that's a riff.
What's the difference between a riff and a...
Well, a riff is like...
Well, so if I was to look up the title of riff, that would would be written?
Riff. That's
Ryan, can you Google for us right now the definition of riff?
I just find that... Okay, Ryan, while you're doing that, play that button again. Press that. I know you're doing 2 things at once. Okay. Does that sound like da-na-na, da-na-na,
Well, only one song has the riff you're talking about.
Well, that's Highway to Hell that I'm doing. I'm just saying we've got to choose these things.
A riff's a short, repeated phrase
Yeah.
in popular music. So that is a riff.
No, it's not a riff.
Anyway, what song is it? Give us a call.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Sam Nation.
Podcast.
We're into the Magnificent Seven and we find ourselves at question number 3. We're playing Riff Raff.
Any old riff raff backstage?
Oh, riff raff everywhere. Gotcha, I understand. Got to keep out the riff raff.
The question is, what is this riff?
We've had some arguments about that's not actually a riff. Jem Rye's been shook.
Well, a
sooky
riff
pants
is a
about it.
repetitive beat of music.
Well, let's see if Rick of Marulan can get this. Hello, Rick.
Paul in Marulan, get it right.
Hello, Paul in Marulan. I know it says Paul of Marulan. I don't even know where Rick came from.
No, hello, Paul. Do you know what the song is? Can you get it right?
Yeah, even though it's not a riff, a true riff, it's Fall at Your Feet.
Yeah, Paul's come out fighting. Paul's spicy.
No, Paul is right. If that's his real name. But you're right. You will agree. Paul, can I just, for education for Jem Rye here, because he doesn't know a lot of stuff. This is a riff. That's a riff, okay? This is a riff. That's a riff. This is a riff.
Is it all AC/DC?
This is a riff.
That's just all AC/DC.
Yeah.
And your point?
Yeah, well, okay, if that's a riff, then technically this is a riff as well.
That's my favourite AC/DC song.
Maybe I should do the music questions.
Paul, here's question number 4. This is multiple choice for you. Actually, it's another musical question. In the song Escape by Rupert Holmes, which of these things is listed as something he likes? A, health food, B, yoga, C, champagne. Which are the things he likes?
I'm going to guess, no idea. Let's go champagne.
Yes.
I'm not much into health food. I am into champagne.
Yeah. Did like yoga as well. You like to make it out in the dunes.
Yeah, he said if you're not into yoga with your yoga pants.
I don't know about making out in the dunes.
No, no one
It's much
likes
sand.
it. Well,
have you ever had it off in the sand?
Well, making out doesn't always mean having it off.
Okay. So,
Pashing's one thing. Paul, have you ever
had a
romantic
You
interlude?
don't want sand in your bum crack.
No, that's why you keep your yoga pants on.
So we're presuming Paul's done all that. You've gone into it.
Hey, I cannot confirm nor deny that
No,
question.
fair enough. Question number 5.
I'm putting that down as a yes.
A super soaker is what kind of toy?
A water pistol.
Yeah, water gun.
Is that what you call it, Paul?
How do we get onto this grubby theme? Leave Paul alone.
Come on, it works for everyone else. Which heritage listed theatre is found on 47 to 51 Market Street in the Sydney CBD?
What is that? Is that the railway yards?
No, which theatre is in Market Street's pretty much the question.
Michelle is in St Mary's.
Hi, Michelle.
Good morning.
Which heritage listed theatre is in Market Street in the CBD?
Denise is in Blackett.
Hi, Denise. Do you know?
State Theatre.
The State Theatre.
Sharing its name with a much-loved musical from the 60s about a street urchin, what is the most popular baby boy name in New South Wales?
Greg.
I love that musical, Greg.
I don't think Greg was a musical, and somehow I don't think Greg's the most popular boy's name in New South Wales.
Is anyone calling their kids Greg?
You know, there's a whole lot of names that are no longer popular, and all the old names, like for girls, Ruby and all that sort of stuff are coming back, but there's no Susans, Sharons, Karens, there's no Gregs, there's no Bretts.
Greg is the subject of our new TV ad with the dollies. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
I saw it on I saw it during Lego Masters last
I don't know
night.
if people are naming babies Greg. Gregory might be a middle name. Mm-hmm. But Greg the musical wasn't famous either in the 60s.
Let's try with Alex. Alex of George's Hall.
Good morning, James.
Hi, Alex. Read the
And
question
Amanda.
again.
Sharing its name with a much-loved musical from the 60s about a street urchin, what What is the most popular baby boy name in New South Wales? It's not Greg, Alex.
Is it Oliver?
It's Oliver.
Never before has a boy wanted more.
Okay.
Congratulations. You've won the jam pack. It's all coming your way, Alex. $150 TVSN shopping voucher. Shop TVSN's Mother's Day catalogue now. Go to tvsn.com.au. $150 to spend at Flowers for Everyone. Your one-stop shop for Mother's Day flowers, hampers and dessert boxes. And Jonesy and Amanda Coach to choose for you to colour in and some soda pencils. Anything you'd like to add there, Alex?
My mum's going to be very happy that I've won something for her, so thank you.
Oh, that's fabulous. Thank you, Alex.
You don't even have to mention that we did it for you.
No,
Alex.
just say, take our sticker off.
Yeah.
Do it.
Just say we.
That's my plan.
Absolutely.
Congratulations, Alex.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast.
Are we ready?
I was born ready.
Ready, willing, and able.
Let's go already!
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I was ready.
Jalmanac, our big book of musical facts. Oh, this is a good one. On this day, 1984, the Style Council released one of my favourite songs, Shout to the Top. You know what? Paul Weller, I get the impression he doesn't tolerate fools. He's a bit of a cranky pants.
He's a prickly pear.
Apparently, though, when he was performing at the Opera House in February this year, he did something he hasn't done for a long time. He played some of his old stuff. And how lucky Sydney was to hear it, because he went on an episode of the podcast Desperately Seeking Paul, and he speaks about why he doesn't like to play old stuff.
A few years ago, where they were talking about heritage acts, right? It's just like, I'm not going down that road, mate. So I had to fight my own little fight, in a sense, to get through all that stuff, right? And I probably lost a certain amount of audience along the way during this last sort of 10 or so years. The ones who just wanted to wear the jam stuff, right? They've kind of gone now, but it's been worth it, because now I proved myself right that if you just plow through that bullshit and you follow your program of what you think it should be, eventually you'll get there.
It's like a friend of mine went to a Stevie Nicks show, and when they turned up, Stevie Nicks said, "This isn't a greatest hits show." You think, well, how about you keep that for a cafe in Boulder in Colorado and give us the big stuff?
I'll be off to the bar.
Yeah, so luckily, if you were in Sydney in February, you got all the old stuff. You got the Jam, you got the Style Council, everything. So
and
you were
thank
very
the Lord
lucky.
for us.
Because you can hear this any old time. Here it is. I love it.
Right. A banger.
Jam Nation.
WSFM, hello there, it's Jonesy and Amanda. I love that Style Council shout to the top. It's a pity that Paul Weller doesn't want to play that anymore.
Well, weren't we lucky in Sydney that he did?
If I recorded a song like that, that's the only song I'd play.
You know, I used to have such a big crush on Paul Weller. I was a massive Style Council fan, but I know...
He wore the high pants and the hair.
He wore the high pants and the hair. He had the tight, like Saint-Tropez pants and slip-on shoes, and he was just groovy. But I knew he didn't tolerate fools, so I knew that I didn't stand a chance.
You wouldn't be in his wheelhouse.
No.
He'd just push straight past you, which is unfair.
Well, thank you for supporting me through this.
Showers.
Do you know, for years, I think he might have even been married to DC Lee, the backup singer.
DC Lee?
And she was also a backup singer with Wham.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at you.
And one of his backup singers.
You're like Glen A. Baker without the fez.
Yeah. Lots of fuzz,
and
though.
less boring. Showers, 22 degrees in the city, 20 at our west. Right now it's 14 degrees. I flicked over to Lego Masters last night. I was watching Baby Reindeer, and that show is too much.
It's Netflix #1 show. We're going to be talking to Emma Gillespie. It's not so much about the show, but about this side issue that is really catching fire.
And I was getting into that, but I thought I'll just watch Lego Masters. Because you know what I like about Lego Masters? In these times of trouble, it's a nice sorbet to your life. You just watch Lego
interesting,
Masters.
isn't it? And even though it's a competition, it's not stressful.
And you watch them, there's something childlike about these grown adults just putting their Lego together. You can almost see the inner child as they're creating this stuff. So right now it's Australia versus the world. I think we're holding our own in the world of Lego.
So half the contestants Australians and half the world?
There seems to be a lot of Germans, like Germanic type people on there at the moment. There's this German couple. I don't know if they're a couple or they're siblings. The girl has got that European no bra thing going on there.
Oh. Was there bending over involved?
Well, yeah, there seems to be. Helen said, wouldn't the producers talk to them about, proper?
In our country, we like to wear foundation garments. Like, what are you seeing?
Well, it's just there.
Nipple?
No, not nipple, but it's just loose.
It's so interesting that we're not used to loose.
It's a little loose.
We're not used to loose. Does it disarm you?
Not at all. It doesn't bother me any.
Well, obviously it does.
No, I just
or
noticed-
intrigues you.
No, it doesn't intrigue or anything.
Well, then why would you mention it if it
because
doesn't?
I'm an observant person. I know stuff, okay? I'm sorry, I can't help that. But I like watching it because it's a nice sorbet to what's going on in the world. You get to see the charm of Hamish Blake. He's best talent in TV.
Has he mentioned anything about loose?
No, Hamish is definitely above the neckline. There's no distraction there. Brickman, Ryan McNaught. How good is the Brickman? He's one of the great breakout stars of the show. And I will say this, Brickman is getting better at holding back the blub.
I remember at the very beginning.
Yeah, I was quite shocked when he first started on the show because someone has to leave the show.
Yeah, it's the nature of it.
And when their time came to leave the show, Ryan would get very emotional.
The reason I'm sad is not because you're in the final. It's because of people.
It's because of people.
It's because of people.
That's a huge sensitivity.
But last night, he is, and I don't think he's hardening up. I just think he's just getting better at controlling his emotions.
Unfortunately, it comes down to missed opportunities. There's one enemy of opportunities, and that's time.
Oh, not people.
And unfortunately, Ben and Eric, that got you. I'm really sorry to say, unfortunately, you're leaving us today.
How good is he? Maybe you got distracted by the European non-bra thing.
It's not the only one by the sound of it.
Jonesy and Amanda's Jam Nation
Podcast.
If I played you this...
Oh, what a flashback.
Can't re-practice.
Life just seemed easier then, didn't it?
It was.
How long that show was on? 1980s into the 90s? The 80s?
81 to 93.
Life just seemed easier then.
And one of the constant people in that was the character Frank Gilroy, played by Brian Wenzel. Brian Wenzel passed away in Adelaide at the age of 94. So he did all right. But I don't like saying that lately he had a good innings because as you get older, you know, I know a lot of blokes that are 80 and I'm thinking, well, you know, they're doing well and they're doing all right.
My dad's 90 and it doesn't matter how old someone is, you never want to lose them.
Yeah. Yeah, but these are the things, this is the wisdom that you get when you're in your 50s. All of a sudden you go, oh, hang on a minute. I remember when I was a kid, when Elvis Presley died, I thought, well, he's had a good innings.
How old was he?
42.
Yeah.
So Brian Wenzel passed away.
Had a full innings, you can say that, I think.
Well, I don't think Elvis died wondering.
No.
Brian Wenzel, though, he was great in country practice. And as Frank Gilroy, there was always shenanigans between him and Cookie, Seth Halen.
This stuff used to irritate me.
And Gordon Piper.
Yeah, annoying.
Boxhead.
Annoying.
And there was always shenanigans.
Hey, Frank, about this flaming leathery. Blast. This Bluey said that I was lumbered by a speed camera on the Burrican Road doing 125 clicks an hour, right? Come on, Frank, you know my old set of wheels. It won't go fast. Wouldn't pull the skin off a rice pudding.
What was that? Have you got a bit of a hearing problem today, Frank?
Hey?
He's deaf, flaming deaf.
Nonsense. How long have you been there?
Go and see a doctor, Frank.
You think I should?
Yes.
Which parlayed nicely. He went from hearing impaired to helping out men with erectile dysfunction.
Remember that? There's a series of ads he did where he was a police officer walking into bedrooms where there was trouble.
He was the bedroom police.
Oh.
Oh, no, not before me.
Excuse me, sir, do you realise how fast you were going in this bed?
And who are you?
We're the bedroom police, and we clocked you at 1 minute 30 seconds.
That's pretty quick, I must admit.
Well, this time I'm going to let you off with a warning. If you agree to talk to the doctors at AMI about your premature ejaculation problems, they can really help you. Call AMI now on 1-800 40 60 for help with your premature problems.
Thank you. Ironically, that got pulled off. The ads were taken off television because the Advertising Standards Board found that it was detrimental to men's physical and emotional health by saying that it was a police offence if you had this medical condition, and it was suggested that women's intolerance towards men deserve calling the police. So it had the anti-effect, really.
And when you look at it, 1:30, that's not too bad.
That's another thing that as you get older, you start to recalibrate. I had a good innings. I went 1:20.
But the love story between Frank and Shirley. Shirley was always sitting under a pyramid. Remember that? She had one of those, I don't know, what was it? It was like a pyramid. You always complain about it. Shirley's under a pyramid again.
Have we been grubby enough in
Not
this?
at all. I think
Vale Brian Wenzel.
Vale.
Jam Nation.
Doing it for the gram right now.
Who wants some free money?
Instant.
Coin, cash.
Moolah.
I like the sound of that.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Nothing can possibly go wrong except for that. You have 10 questions, 60 seconds on the clock. You can pass if you don't know an answer. We'll come back to that question if time permits. You get all the questions right, $1,000.
And you can keep $1,000. How great would that be? Buy Mum something nice for Mother's Day or buy yourself something nice. But do you want to make it $2,000? One bonus question, but it's double or nothing.
Michael's in Ashfield.
Hey, Michael.
Morning, team. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Let's see what we can do for you. 10 questions, 60 seconds. As we say pass if you're not sure because we usually have time to come back, okay?
Let's do it.
Michael, let us do it because here it comes. Here is question number 1. The Earth has how many moons?
1.
Question 2. Traditionally, what flower is given on Valentine's Day?
Roses.
Question 3. Sketches are a type of what?
Shoe.
Question 4. Linen and velvet are types of what?
Pass.
Question 5. True or false? There's no sound in space.
True.
Question 6. Fast Car was originally sung by who?
Tracy Chapman.
Question 7. What kind of bird is known as a symbol of peace?
Dove.
Question 8. In which country would you find the Colosseum?
Country, Italy.
Question 9. In NFL, how many points is a touchdown worth?
6.
Question 10. Here's Johnny is a quote from which horror film?
The Shining.
Question 4. Linen and velvet are types of what?
Curtains.
Say again?
Curtains.
No. They're made of what?
What?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. They're fabric. Linen and velvet are types of fabric or material.
Yeah. We wanted to get you there.
Oh,
We wanted to get you there. Oh,
my God.
Oh, Michael.
Oh,
so
Michael.
close. Oh, thank you for playing. I feel for you. $100. She's so close.
Amanda's going to go the full brick man on you.
I know. I might go the blub. Oh, Michael. Thank you.
It'll be back again tomorrow.
Oh, that's
How close can we
disappointing.
get?
That's disappointing.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
When we think of our mums and the tables we grew up around and our mums cooking, it's not all MasterChef, is it? It's not all, like I'm looking at the cover here of the Good Food lift out from the Sydney Morning Herald, famous chefs talking about the food their mums cooked when they grew up. Seems that if you're going to be a famous chef, most people grew up in the kitchen with a mum who could do great things.
You're going to have some sort of ethnic in you.
Not necessarily.
Well, you do. Like
no, you
I'm
don't.
8th generation Australian.
Yeah, what about Margaret Fulton? What about all the great Australian
Well,
chefs?
my mum wasn't Margaret Fulton. You know, when I was a kid growing up, Mum would make a chickeny soup thing, which was lacking chicken. It was just like water with celery in it.
But
I'd have to break into the cupboard and get a stock cube out and secret that into me soup.
Into me soup.
And then my brother would wrap me out. Why's Brendan's soup all brown and tasty? And mine's watery slop.
I saw a funny piece of vision the other day, the BBC from 1974, and it was that, hey, how do you eat spaghetti? And they had an Italian restaurateur showing how you twirl it around a fork and then you bite the spaghetti off. And they took a plate of spaghetti to the people on the streets of London and they were picking up with their fingers, I don't know this, Muck, blah, blah, blah. Hilarious. That was only 1974. But what about the kind of dishes that your family had that no one else had? We used to eat mock chicken and it was delicious. We always had a jar of mock chicken. It would go on sandwiches. It would go on toast. Went to every picnic, always a jar of mock chicken.
What's in it?
Well, someone asked me that years ago and my mouth opened to answer and not a single word came out. I had no idea of a single ingredient. Since then, I've learnt that it's tomatoes and breadcrumbs and cheese, and it is delicious. And I think it must be post-war or something where it was made to replicate chicken. It doesn't taste like chicken, but it tastes fabulous.
So there's no chicken in it?
No. That's why it's mock chicken.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a thing that our family had, and probably my mum's siblings their family had it too, but no one else I knew had mock chicken. What did you have when you grew up that you think everyone eats and you realise afterwards no one does?
I used to have a dish called Mrs. Balty's. I don't even know what it was. It was like a pasta dish, but it wasn't.
It was called Mrs. Balty's.
It was called Mrs. Balty's. I don't even know why it was called Mrs.
Who was Mrs. Balty?
Don't know. But it was just all pasta and just junk chucked into the the thing and you just eat it.
And you just eat it.
And it was...
That's what we did in those days. We just eat
You
it.
just ate
no separate person around the table got a separate meal.
Exactly.
Shannon doesn't like it.
My kids grew up getting separate meals every night.
Oh,
this
like a restaurant?
Yeah, this one doesn't like this and this one doesn't like that.
Really?
And this one doesn't like... So you'd be making 3 separate meals.
Oh, really? I never got into that.
And I said to my daughter, I said, look, this joint isn't Sizzler.
No.
And one day I walked into the kitchen and there was a sign written Sizzler and it was spelt wrong.
Ah, you need a sneeze guard. Well, the tribal drum is going to beat for this muck that Mum made. But what was a dish that was peculiar to your family?
All you got to do is open the Legos.
That's all that happens. If you're on Man of the Match, you get to go on a fabulous dinner cruise during Vivid with Captain Cook Cruises.
Whoa.
Jam Nation.
The tribal drum is beating recipes that your mum made that no one else made. We call it muck that mum made.
Mama's made in Canton.
Oh, you wish for Canton. Just
Oh, what a dream. Please.
How good's that stuff?
Hello, Linda.
Hi.
Hi, Linda. Very well. What did your mum make?
So, Mum used to make Welsh rarebit. It's not rabbit, it's rarebit. And it's cubed, tasty cheese, and you pour milk over it and melt it. Then you put it over unbuttered toast and put tomato sauce and pepper on it. And nobody's ever heard of it that I know of in my circle.
I've heard of Welsh rarebit, but I've never heard of it made like that. I've never had it, but I've seen a picture of it.
Yeah, apparently it's a poor man's meal in England because people couldn't afford something to do with rabbit, and then they made this. I don't know, but yeah, first meal my dad ever made my mum.
Oh. Really? So Welsh rarebit was like mock chicken.
Yeah.
Right.
Yorkshire
an approximation.
pudding's that. They used to make the meal go around because you didn't get the beef. So you make Yorkshire pudding.
Yeah. When I travelled to China with Beyond 2000, the rice was always left to the end of the meal because, this was years ago, because it was seen that it meant that you hadn't had enough to eat. The rice would just fill you up at the end if there hadn't been enough to go around.
So when you finished eating the chicken feet and all the other horrible parts.
Then you can move on to the rice.
When you ate your pangolin.
In some of the rural areas, the toilets smelled like the fields because some of the really rural areas 30 years ago, some of the crops, the food was being grown in human waste.
Oh, I saw the
Mama's making Canton.
I was going to say it worked for the Martian.
And the Martian?
The Martian.
Oh, that's right. He pooed on his potatoes. Have I summed up that movie correctly?
If you haven't seen that movie, spoiler alert. Thank you, Katrina. Vicky's joined us.
No, we haven't had Katrina.
We haven't had Katrina.
Hi, Katrina.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Very well. What'd your mum make?
My mum used to put a bowl of milk and slice up tomatoes and bananas and put brown sugar in it.
All together?
Yes.
And what was that, like a side dish for meat or something?
No, we'd have it for breakfast, lunch or dinner.
Oh, my God. What did it taste like?
It was delicious. It really is yum.
Tomato, banana, milk and sugar?
Yes.
Are you making this up?
No, you should try it. It's amazing. My kids have it now.
I think TikTok Tucker.
Oh, I think that's TikTok Tucker.
That's a TikTok Tucker right there.
Katrina, thank you.
We'll get that recipe.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Is this thing on? Bring it on! Are we locked on?
It's on like Donkey Kong.
Recipes that your mum made that no one else made. We're calling it muck that mum made, tribal drum-wise.
We've heard some beauties already. Welsh rarebit, but made with tomato sauce and cheese just on uncooked bread.
Yep.
Unusual.
Yep.
And we had milk with tomato, banana and sugar. Could be eaten any time of the day, apparently.
Jem Rai, whose father for some time has been trying to poison him.
Well, yeah, so it may seem, because I've got sick a few times.
You do that on a Monday. I got a sicky tummy.
It
I
does
can't
happen.
Dad's fed me off salmon
What's he cooked
again.
that's a bit weird?
Well, Dad cooks this thing called watermelon chicken. So it is what it sounds like. He'll cook a chicken inside of a watermelon.
What?
Yeah. I don't know why he does it. It tastes disgusting.
It would just be all watery.
Yeah.
And how do you bake that?
It just sits in the oven. Like it's just a...
So a whole watermelon scooped out.
With a whole chicken in it.
Yeah. And then he did breakfast chicken as well. So he got like all bran flakes and dressed the chicken up in it.
And how was that?
That was awful as well.
Right.
So
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah. That's why DoorDash is always running in and out of your house.
And the dash to the loo besides that.
Michael has joined us.
Michelle.
I should say.
Hi, Michelle.
Michelle.
Hi, Jonesy and Amanda. How are you?
Very well. What'd your mum make?
It was smoked haddock for breakfast.
Ew.
So I think it's poached in milk and butter and served for breakfast. Biggest cringeworthy breakfast as a child.
Oh, I can imagine. Are your family English?
I guess descent, yes, but yeah.
So while everyone else was having cornflakes, this is what you were having?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, dear.
Old school English. They like their smoked fish.
Yeah. Oh, yuck. Imagine having that for breakfast. That's foul.
I'd rather a serving of watermelon chicken.
Hello, Mandy. What did your mum make?
Well, it was actually my grandmother. She used to make us rissoles and rice with salami gravy.
How does a salami gravy even work?
Well, you cook the rissoles in the pan and then you deglaze it with a bit of water and you throw the salami in it and sort of let it broil in that for a little while and then throw in corn flour and you've got the gravy.
Was it delicious?
Oh, absolutely. I alter it slightly today. I make it with brown onion gravy because I don't like salami. But, yeah, even my mum asked me to make it for her because she's not the best of cooks and she'll even tell you that. But my kids love it and it's great.
Wow, salami gravy.
So you don't put the rice in the rissoles because they're called porcupines, but these are, it's rissoles and then you serve it with white rice.
Yep.
And the gravy.
That sounds all right.
Salami gravy. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, because all the fats break down and make a gravy.
Yeah.
Can't be healthy for you.
Of course, it'll kill you, but it's delicious.
Vicky's joined us.
Hi, Vicky. What'd your mum make?
Oh, my mum used to make this multiple times a week because we were very poor, tripe fritters.
Oh.
So she would boil the tripe in a huge pot on the stove. So we'd have that smell going through the house. Then when it was cooked, she'd cut it up, she'd make a batter the tripe, fry it in the fry pan and serve that up with some veggies for dinner.
And does it taste as awful as it sounds?
I could not imagine stomaching it now.
Kids wouldn't put up with that
They
now.
wouldn't eat it.
Doesn't matter the income of your household.
Yeah.
Kids would not eat
Look at
that.
the kids these days. They're eating watermelon chicken.
I know.
I'm happy for it.
Oh, thank you, Vicky. Well, on that beautiful note.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation Podcast.
Let's get on down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test. And it's nice to have Natasha Lee broadcasting out of the studio right next door to us because she brings all the content as well. And she posted on X, can we please stop making chip flavours of things, e.g. pizza, garlic bread, meat pie? It's abhorrent, an abomination.
Yeah, she said we only need 4 flavours, plain, salt and vinegar, cheese and onion, barbecue. She said no further questions because we've had all these weird things. Cinnamon and sugar potato crisps, that was from Pringles, nori seaweed chips, hot dill pickle. What about this one? Hot chili squid potato chips, meat pie, roast beef, blah, blah, blah. And weirdly, if you get a steak chip, it tastes like a steak and you go, that can't be real.
Yeah. And here's a burger ring that tastes nothing like a burger.
True. I am the wrong person to ask about this because I love a salt and vinegar chip, but I love a plain chip with salt.
I got no time for that. I don't know why they make plain chips.
Are you joking?
Why?
And I'm also a vanilla ice cream person, but plain chips with salt, that's all the chip you need.
So you're plain chips, vanilla ice cream.
What are you saying, Brendan?
Just joining the dots, putting stuff together.
Where do I let loose?
Where do you let loose? Where does that happen?
Well, I'm never saying because it never happens. I'm not a let loose food person. I don't suddenly say, you know what, put sriracha thing on everything. My son does that. I'll put a meal in front of him and without even tasting it, he'll pour the sriracha chili on it.
I love sriracha. And I love that Frank's hot sauce. Have you tried Frank's hot sauce?
Do you put it on everything?
Yeah, but they've got a new one now, Frank's hot sauce, but it's like a tomato sauce consistency. Man, that's amazing. I'd eat a chip that was flavoured.
So you're into weird flavoured chips?
I got to admit, there's some really avant-garde flavours like roast lamb and baked potatoes, rosemary chip. Okay.
But even a chicken chip, you think that'll be nice. You have one, you go, yuck. I remember now why I don't like
chicken chips are the best.
No, they're not. And barbecue. Don't waste my time with the barbecue chip.
Barbecue, I'll say this to anyone who listen, has been punching way above its weight in this country for too long.
So what do you think? Convoluted chip flavours, even ones other than just plain with salt, do they pass the pub test?
Jam Nation. I demand entertainment.
Are you not entertained?
Put on your dancing shoes.
Now give me your best shot.
Let's entertain.
Everyone's talking about the new Netflix hit Baby Reindeer.
I really don't know where it's going to end. I think one of us is going to have to die now.
You say this woman's stalking you?
Yeah, like 6 months maybe.
Why'd it take you so long to report it?
I think she needs help. She comes to my work.
Got really manly hands, haven't you? Chiseled jawline.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is my stalker. Say hello to Mark.
Don't you say that to me! Apologise to me right now!
Can't take my mum anywhere.
You're shite.
Look, Martha, just go back home.
I have a sneaky feeling you might be the death of me.
Whoa, Emma.
Emma Gillespie, hi.
Good morning, hello. Well, it's the show everyone is talking about, Baby Reindeer on Netflix, or if you've seen it, Baby Reindeer on Netflix.
Nicely done.
An amazing show that is just taking the internet by storm at the moment. If you haven't seen it, it's about this comedian. His name is Richard Gadd. It's actually, he stars in the show. So it was a real life situation that he lived, and he's written this show now. And he plays this comedian called Donnie Dunn. He's a sort of failed guy in London trying to make it in the comedy scene. Quite a sad character, and he meets this woman, Martha. By chance, one day she comes into his pub and she's crying. He feels sorry for her. He gives her a cup of tea. And from there, this obsession kind of blooms for this Martha character. And she's
obsessing over him.
Whole obsession with this guy. It's sort of this weird friendship dynamic that then turns very, very sinister, and everyone has just become entranced by this story. But it's taken a bit of a different turn this week or in recent days. Of course, internet sleuths have gotten online. They're trying to find out the real identity of who the actual stalker is, who the real Martha is. And it's prompted the creator of the show to come out and tell everyone to stop. He's like, guys, please stop trying to find out who she is.
Right.
It's been sorted. That's not what the point of the show is.
But he can't dictate that. He can't control that. And it's not only the character of Martha, without giving too much away about the show, there is another character who is not a good person. And that person works as a comedy writer and producer. And apparently that person's also been identified, because the show starts with not this is even based on a real story. It's this is a true story. So you're going to get internet sleuths doing exactly that, trying to identify who those people are.
And of course that was going to happen. I think it speaks to that this show maybe didn't know how big it was going to become. It's a Scottish production, a Netflix show. I mean, some Netflix shows go gangbusters without anyone expecting them to, and others, flop. But this has become a global sensation.
That's right. And people are saying, where's the compliance from Netflix? How in this modern era, they know very well their audience are going to be internet sleuths. This is who their audience is. How could they not? How could they have had meeting after meeting and no one saying, do we need to control the narrative here? Do we need to change something about the characters so they're not identifiable?
Yeah. And so Richard Gadd, who created it, the character that you've alluded to there, Amanda, another sort of producer, comedy writer who's been sort of identified, but not really. He's been incorrectly identified. And that prompted the creator to come out and say, yeah, people that I love, have worked with and admire, including Sean Foley, who's the name of this comedy producer who's been incorrectly labelled, are unfairly getting caught up in speculation. Please don't speculate on who any of the real life people could be. That's not the point of the show, which has gotten people talking about, well, what is the point of the show then? And I suppose it's this story of an imperfect victim. One of the most fascinating things to me about Baby Reindeer is that you've got this guy, Donnie, who is a victim. He is being harassed and stalked and intimidated. But there's this strange part of him that is connected to his stalker, that kind of needs his stalker, that really feeds off the compliments that she gives him or the fact that she needs him. And it's this really interesting kind of to and fro of, normally I suppose in TV shows we see that really black and white relationship between, okay, stalker bad, victim good, but this really blurs those lines and it makes you really uncomfortable when
he
you watch
almost
it.
encourages her.
That's along the way you're going, why is he doing that?
Yeah.
And stop. And other times you go, yes, he's doing the right thing. But he's not us in that show. He is a flawed character himself. It's some of the best television I've ever seen. It's very uncomfortable. The second last episode where he opens up, it's just, I've never seen anything like it.
Oh, yeah. I challenge anyone to watch it and not feel moved in lots of different complicated ways.
But it's hard. It's not an easy watch, but it is extraordinary.
I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to see some legal action maybe to come.
Yeah, right.
There are some defamation experts who have sort of weighed in on this and said that, the show doesn't really make people unrecognisable in the ways that it should. So, for example, the fact that it's set in London, there's a lot of the story that unfolds in a pub and the stalker is an ex-lawyer. Apparently all of those things are true.
And
so they're saying, why not set it in Manchester, in a library, with a doctor who was struck off.
And they're using her actual tweets, texts and things to him. People have just put that into search engines and they've traced it to this woman.
Yeah, and I mean, it is a shame if the creators of this show wanted to have a conversation about kind of abuse and what the imperfect victim looks like, that's been distracted from, and we're now, all doing the armchair detective thing. But of course we are.
Yeah,
it's the
Netflix,
most human thing.
That's right. Netflix should have protected everybody.
That's what you do. That's what you do. I had a stalker once. I had a couple. I've had a couple.
Really?
Of stories. Yeah, I've had two
That's
ladies.
very scary.
Well, there was one when I was many years ago, and she just wouldn't let go. Like she just kept under a different name.
Did you like it a little bit?
No, it was very freaky, very scary.
It is scary.
She knew where I lived. She knew everything.
Wow.
And then I caught her. I actually caught her. And so she was under a fake name, Cassandra, and I found out I won't say her real name.
Did you go to the police?
No, I caught her by accident. She rang the radio station I was working at chasing a prize, and for some reason I was walking through the promotions department. I don't know why I answered the phone. It was just ringing. I just picked up and went, hello, and she started talking.
Did you recognise the
about
voice?
This prize, and I went cold. I felt this chill.
Oh, my God.
And then I went, Cassandra? And then because I'd got all her address, I got everything about her. And then
was it her voice you recognised?
Yeah, straight away. Straight away.
So how did she have your phone number?
No, she used to ring the radio
station.
station. I used to do the night show, and she'd ring every night.
So once she'd been found out.
Once she'd been found out, never heard from her again.
Interesting.
And I knew her address and everything where she lived.
Wow, that's really scary.
But it's interesting too, the role of police. He goes to the police and they say, well, we can't do anything until it's violent. We're looking at all of that with these steps against violence against women. We're going to be talking to the Minister for Women too in New South Wales. They're announcing money for a new initiative. That's a big part of it, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, the way the police handle it is dreadful. And, I'm sure hindsight is 20/20, but they must have been really embarrassed when it all sort of came to light. But it is interesting seeing a male victim portrayed in that way as well, seeing him kind of wrestle with the pride of the stalker and his ego and going to the cops and handling it. And, I've never seen anything like it. So Baby Reindeer on Netflix would
Check it out.
highly recommend.
Thank you, Em. Natasha Lee has the news coming up for us at 8 o'clock. Then, on a different note, convoluted chip flavours. Do they pass the pub test?
Tuesday and Monday.
Jam Nation.
We're not gonna take it.
I want you to get up right now.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell. I'm not gonna take this anymore.
Down to the Jonesy Tomato Arms for the pub test. Convoluted chip flavours. Do they pass the pub test? You got Pringles, cinnamon and sugar potato chips, Nori seaweed flavoured chips,
chili squid flavoured chips,
flamin' hot dill pickle potato chips.
Oh, yeah, dill. Just give me, look, I do like salt and vinegar, but my favourite is plain with salt.
They've even got private area flavoured chips.
Who makes those?
A mob, Chaz. They make chips. And look at this.
And how do they do that?
I don't know. I guess it tastes like salt and vinegar.
Let's put it to the pub test, shall we? Convoluted chip flavours, do they pass the pub test?
Well, I'm with Amanda. I like the plain and maybe the salt and vinegar.
I don't mind them. We've been crushing them up and making different chip flavours since we were kids, mixing chicken twisties and cheese twisties since I was 5 years old. So, yeah, it just cuts out the middleman. Definitely passes the pub test.
They probably don't, but you should be more worried about the additives. A friend of my mother used to work as a food technologist. Basically, they make the flavours and the colours artificial things. She had to leave because she became so sensitive to all the artificial colours and flavours she was working with.
It's a bit nuts. The only thing I would say, I would really like them to bring back tomato sauce flavoured chips. They had those years ago and they were really nice. But the other thing I just wanted to throw in, just let Amanda know, I grew up in Scotland and we got our plain potato chips and they had a little packet of salt cooked in them. So you could add as much or as little salt as you wanted to.
Ooh.
The Scottish, they're canny with their finances and their health as well.
Wow. My friend was visiting her Scottish boyfriend years ago, and the 3 veg on the table was mashed potato, baked potato, and boiled potato. What, no chips?
No chips? Come on.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Sam Nation.
Podcast.
Do you remember New Weekly magazine?
The cult of NW magazine.
From the 1990s. It was big.
In this week's New Weekly, the Di interview you really want to see. Melanie and Antonio, why her ex-husband approves. JFK Jr., his tell-all book that's stunning America. Melrose finale, who comes, who goes. It's explosive. Pierce loves Christie, stunning pictures. Plus win tickets to 007's new movie. And we've got the most flattering swimwear to give away. It's all in this week's New Weekly.
That's way too much bongo.
I know. It's not like people are being punched.
What the hell?
What the hell?
The 90s and their bongo.
Well, look, Princess Di was still alive. Yep. JFK Jr. was still alive.
He still is alive, isn't he? He's coming back to lead America.
Yeah, wow. So let's have a look here at, I found an old copy in a drawer at home. Harley has scribbled on this woman's leg, Amanda at home, don't chuck.
Who's the woman?
Well, and it's got David Duchovny, cheat, how this picture wrecked his marriage. Is that Carmen Electra?
Yes, I remember that photo, and that was ruined his marriage to Tia.
Then he confessed to being a sex addict, remember? It's not my fault, sweetheart. I'm addicted.
I'm just thinking, is that going to help you?
Look at this on the front of it.
You get caught having it off with Miss
Carmen Electra.
No pants, and then, honey, I'm a sex addict.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I'm a victim here.
Call the lawyers off. Let's all just go out for a meal because I'm a sex addict.
What about this story on the front? I hope this isn't the story of me inside. Australia's hottest porn star. Don't tell mum. That's what it says. No, it's not.
Now, you're in this. What are you doing?
Well, you know what's interesting here? Let's get to what was happening at the time. 1998?
Yep.
How many years ago is that? I'm looking at the biggest Dumbos of all time. No one knows. It's quite some time.
I think it's 26. I was born that year. I think it's 26.
Okay, thank you.
So
you think it's 26. But what's fascinating is how many people who are in this are still in the public eye.
Yep.
Hot shots. Here's the celebrity photos. We've got Meg Ryan. We've got Selma Hayek. We've got Fergie, Madonna.
Fergie is Fergie or Fergie?
Fergie, as in, married to Prince Andrew.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson, Andrew Daddo. His name we still know.
What's Andrew Daddo? He hosts RBT.
And also there's Sophie Lee and Kim Wilson. Remember the cult of Sophie Lee and Kim Wilson?
Well, that was because Kim Wilson was the last person to hang with Michael Jack. Terrible. Hang out with, Michael Hutchins.
Well, but she was a working actor, and I don't think she is anymore.
No.
Brad Pitt's in here, Jean-Claude Van Damme. Look, there's Keith Richards as a baby.
Keith Richards.
Look at them.
Keith Richards is 90 years of age.
Let's get to the hot flashes special. Here's the Goss page.
Yep.
Oprah Winfrey is rumoured to be looking to adopt a 3 or 4-year-old child old enough so she won't have to deal with dirty nappies or crying. She doesn't mind what sex it is. She's made inquiries at the agency that paired up single mum Rosie O'Donnell with her baby.
What about that Amanda Keller?
We'll get to that. Anne Hesh has been accused by her lesbian lover Ellen DeGeneres of having sex with a guy. That's all in there. Yeah, she's dead now. All is not well in the Cruz Kidman household. Nicole Kidman's recovering from an operation for the removal of a benign ovarian cyst.
Goodness.
Tom Cruise has been involved in an incident with the paparazzi. Blah, 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 blah. Well, that was goss there. But look at this one. How mean were they here? Photos of someone bundled up trying to hide from a camera, leaving a hospital. It's Farrah Fawcett. She's treated herself to plastic surgery. A last-ditch attempt, it says, to save her career and pick herself up from the shattering events of the last year. And here's a picture here. It says, the 51-year-old star has been looking decidedly haggard in recent times. So poor thing.
Well, she died of cancer of the anus.
God, Brendan.
Well, she did.
She's dead. She had cancer of the anus. She was there with Michael Hutchins. Wow.
Farrah wasn't.
I'm too scared now to read the bit about me. What are you going to say about me? Anything, Brendan?
You're still going.
I'm still going. I still have my bottom intact, if that's what you're asking. So the story here about me.
I wasn't.
Living with Amanda. It's a 4-page spread. Those were the days. Photos in my home. There's my old dog. Well, she was a young dog then, Ripley. Why are you laughing like a loon? Look at the shape of the shirt I'm wearing. I used to wear those clothes on television. I look like I'm hosting a Lowe's commercial. Who's that guy? Was it Big Kev? Who used to sell those cleaning products? I look like that.
You look like you borrowed your shirt from the big man.
Yeah, I did. I know. That's all I used to wear. So anyway, thank you for your time, Brendan. I've really enjoyed this trip down memory lane.
Anytime.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast.
All right, let's get started.
Brace yourselves.
Come on, baby. Bring it home.
Well, it's forefront of the news as it should be, the rise of domestic violence against women. And now the New South Wales government has announced a $230 million prevention initiative. What does this mean? Where exactly is that money going? To talk us through this is the Minister for Women, Jodie Harrison. Good morning.
Morning, Amanda.
So, $230 million. Can you specify what your directives have been as to where this should go?
Absolutely. We have, this is actually the first phase of what is going to be an ongoing series of improvements that we're making to the support that we give domestic and family violence victim survivors, and also dealing with perpetrators effectively. So the $230 million package goes to crisis response, $48 million to improve the supports that we give to victim survivors so that they can stay in their homes safely with technological improvements and security upgrades. We're going to improve the justice system for victims. We're going to put $38 million into New South Wales' first dedicated primary prevention strategy. That's a really key part because we haven't been doing that in New South Wales.
And
what does that mean?
Minister, just with that, so the bail laws, that is probably that's the glaringly obvious thing. So what money would go into the bail laws? Because I think most people just don't understand how a serial offender can beat up a woman and then get released on bail. In what world is a judge thinking, or the court registrar or whoever's doing it is thinking, well, that's okay, I'm going to let this guy back out into the community. So that money, I would say, as a layman here, would be going into strengthening our bail laws, or perhaps if there's not a court judge in regional areas on a weekend, getting one in there so he can lock these bastards away.
Absolutely, and that is a totally legitimate question that people have, and it's actually a question that we have as government as well. So there's a review currently underway, but we have put aside $45 million to improve our justice system responses to domestic violence, and that will include any changes that need to be made in relation to bail laws.
I do a podcast with a forensic psychologist, and she said that her job is to work with these offenders. And she said, what we're doing is pulling bodies out downstream. We need to work further upstream. You mentioned working with offenders. Is that this prevention work you're talking about?
There's a range of things that we need to do further upstream. That the person that you know is absolutely spot on. We spend 85% of our budget in domestic and family violence in New South Wales on the crisis end. And obviously that is not working. In Victoria and Queensland, they spend much more money in the prevention work. And that is about teaching people how to be respectful, working with community groups about how to raise issues in relation to what is an appropriate comment to make, because disrespect, domestic violence is always preceded by disrespect, always. So we need to do more work in primary prevention, actually working with our children, our community groups, and also really stepping in just as the first signs appear. So that early intervention.
Because there are signs.
And we're seeing it. Would you agree with those boys at that school having that list of those girls, and they put that out? So the thing in the old days, that's probably been going along for a long time.
They listed the attractiveness and now, sexual nature of girls.
But these boys are being held to account for that. So in a way, I feel that we're getting there. People are sort of seeing what's happening here, but we've got to move quicker on this.
Well, that's
the internet's accelerating everything.
And there are known markers for stalkers, for harassment. It's about everyone recognising what those markers are and acting sooner. Is that part of this too?
It's absolutely part of it. That the dedicated primary prevention strategy will be working within our schools, within our sporting groups, within our corporations to actually help people to understand how to have those conversations to stop inappropriate behaviours which don't always lead to domestic and family violence, but domestic and family violence is always preceded by them.
Mm.
Well, Minister, thank you for joining us.
Yes, good luck with all of that.
yes.
We all hope that helps.
Thank you. It's a big job, but we're totally up to it.
Jonesy and Amanda's Jam Nation
podcast.
I was just wall gathering about freedom. Have you seen those ads for
Freedom Furniture?
Freedom Furniture. I love that stuff. Now, have you seen the Tucker Carlson and Clive Palmer's Freedom Conference ads?
Hey, it's Tucker Carlson. I'm so excited to come to Australia to be part of the Australian Freedom Conferences. And we're going to be talking about what is happening in your country and ours.
Even when he says that, it sounds kind of vague.
Of course it's vague. Drives me crazy. Of course it's vague.
I was thinking,
what does it even mean?
As I left my home and crossed through 5 checkpoints to get here, handing my papers over, hoping I could get a pair of Levi jeans, I thought, what freedoms?
And this American telling us you want your freedoms. I'm happy to be free from being shot on my way to work. Thank you. That'll do me.
Remember I did that tour with the Deadliest Catch captains? Remember those guys?
Weren't they chewing Nicorettes and chewing tobacco at the same time?
And they're on Champex, and they're really lovely fellows. But Jonathan Hillstrom, he said to me, Jonesy, you know what you got to do is you got to get your guns back. And I said, well, I've been working out, Jonathan. He goes, no, your guns.
No Australian thinks that.
Americans look at us as if we've got this great disadvantage that we don't have guns.
Yeah, we've got our hands tied behind our backs.
Well, I remember one time we were in Hawaii. We went to one of those shooting ranges at Waikiki. And, you get to fire anything, AK-47, a Magnum, all these guns. And anyway, after we've had our fun at the firing range, the guy says, yeah, you don't have guns in Australia. And we said, no, we had a massacre. And the guy said, you had one massacre. And we went, yeah. And I just thought there and then, that's the difference between our two nations. So what Tucker Carlson will be purporting, I don't know. I don't know what freedoms I'm missing out on. The only one I can think of, a couple of weeks ago, we were out at a club. And at the end of the night, I was with, people my age. And Helen said, let's get a round of Bailey's drinks.
Did you have your pajamas on?
And I said, so I went to the bar. I said, can I get 6 Baileys? And the millennial behind the counter, no, I can't do that. Sorry.
Do they not sell it?
They've got it. I said, why not? And they said, it's a shot. You can't have a Bailey's.
After a certain, can you not have a shot after a certain time?
In case I go and glass someone, I can't have a shot.
Hit them with a comf.
So she said, we can do a Bailey's, but you got to put it with milk. And I went, okay, let's just...
Why don't just stir a Horlicks into that and I'll just head home, shall I?
So maybe at the Freedom Conference, would it be out of line if I got up there and put my hand up, excuse me, I would like to be served a Bailey's. That's my freedom. If I could possibly get a Bailey's, Tucker.
Well, at least you'd achieve something.
Or I could get my Levi's jeans. I'm not restricted from buying Levi's jeans. My bum just doesn't look good in them.
You see, you've got a big agenda. That's your problem. All at the back.
Okay. I can't say this is well, hang on, where's that come from?
Jam Nation.
Everybody shout! Come on now, sing out! It's time for the Ghoulies get together.
$20,000 for our favourite Ghoulie of the year.
Ooh, what have we got?
What gets my ghoulies is spend a whole day washing and ask my husband not to mow under the clothes until I get them off. And I go out to find him on the ride-on mower, merrily listening to WSFM on his phone through the headphones, earmuffs, and dust and dirt and grass and everything going over all my towels and my blankets and the sheets, and he's just bemused by it all.
Gave her the sheets by the sound of it.
But it's difficult as well to get a ride-on mower under the hills hoist. That's a pain in the neck.
He might have been pretending he's going through a car wash. What else?
You know what gets my ghoulies is when we finally get to have our little grandchildren over to stay for a few nights and we get a list of instructions from their parents on what to do and what not to do and any treats we may be allowed to give them. Well, they can put their instructions where the sun doesn't shine. It's my job as a grandparent to spoil the little darlings and enjoy them. They seem to forget we've raised children before with no complaints. So I'm pretty sure I know what I'm doing.
Oh, that's the age-old fight, isn't
Here's
it?
a scotch and a cigarette and they go out and play with the mower.
That's a great ghoulie.
Out with the bad, in with the good if you dipped out. You can always contact us via the iHeartRadio app.
My favourite call, email or Facebook friend gets a Vivid Starlight dinner with Captain Cook Cruises. This is a fabulous Captain Cook dinner cruise during Vivid on the harbour. You can book now at captaincook.com.au.
You get a Jonesy and Amanda tea towel and fridge magnet.
Every morning we play the Magnificent Seven. This is sort of a trivia quiz to get your brain into gear. Here's Denise from Blackett, who was showing her age a little today.
Sharing its name with a much-loved musical from the 60s about a street urchin, what is the most popular baby boy name in New South Wales?
Greg.
I love that musical, Greg.
You don't see many babies called Greg these days.
Greg, never before has a boy wanted more.
Righto, you two. That's enough.
Ugly Phil's next with WSFM's Total Recall.
It was Oliver, by the way. You can catch us from 6 to 9 for Jam Nation.
See you then.
Good day to you.
Well, thank God that's over.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Wipe the tears, baby, from your eye.
Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Jam Nation podcast. Catch up on what you've missed on the free iHeartRadio app.